Hello. 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 Hello.
What's up, man?
Hello. 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 I'm just testing out my phone calling rig. So you're talking.
Are you recording me? Because I do not consent.
I would never record it. Fucking prove it. Fucking prove it. What are you gonna do? Seize my hard drives? Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna seize your hard drives.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you don't have two-party consent to do that, brother. Okay. This sounds great. All right.
What happens if I push a number? Will it make a sound?
Let's try it. Yeah, it makes a wicked loud sound.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Wait, do like 2 or 3. Oh yeah.
That last one was just 69 over and over again, so that's what that sounds like.
That's so cool. All right.
All right.
You're off the hook. Thank you.
Yep. No worries.
Wait.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's what that sounds like. So that's what that sounds like.
Like I got a little, like I just walk around town with it, just flagrantly. I just keep it running all day.
Yeah.
Like flagrantly breaking the what's it called in Massachusetts? That law that doesn't. You can't ever get in trouble for it.
Wiretap law? Yeah.
Two-party consent.
Yes.
I did so much non-two-party consent recording at the hot dog safari. I just kept the recorder running the whole time.
Yeah, if you're in public, I think you can get away with it more.
I was just getting seen, you know. I'm not trying to fucking hang anybody up on allegations, you know.
No,
I'm just trying to
picking up a vibe.
Yeah, I'm just picking up the vibe. And that's not illegal. That's not wiretapping because you can't actually wiretap a vibe.
Yeah, no, you can't wiretap a vibe.
Yeah.
When that law was written in, I don't know, probably 1680 or something, it was meant for 2 people with tin cans with a string. They didn't invent vibes back then. Nah,
dude, it was written in like the in the Whitey Bulger era when like the state legislature was just a part of the mob.
Yes.
They were like, all right, nobody in here, nobody's wearing a wire, right? We should make that a law. You can't wear a wire.
If you're a cop, you got to say he's a cop.
Yeah. And a real cop, not like one of those fake Boston cops. Yeah. Oh, man. So today's Wednesday. It's what, the 27th?
It is.
We are on the porch. We're in the porch studio. Been a while since we recorded. When's the last time we even recorded?
It was like 2.5 weeks ago.
2.5?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not going to check you on it. But
maybe 1.5. I don't know. It's been a minute. Life's been busy. It's summer.
Yeah.
Weekends are busy.
You're late to work. Who gives a fuck?
Chris and I did the hot dog safari mostly together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, and my shit was all fucked up. Partially because I went over, I interviewed Sean Connolly for a piece I'm going to do on the hot dog safari. I just haven't had time to finish it yet. I want to do like a sound collage, and then I interviewed Sean about all different aspects of the hot dog safari. They're franchising. It's really cool. So I will hopefully have that out in the next couple weeks.
And that was a made in Worcester activity, right? That originated here.
Yes, it originated here. Tom Mahoney is the sort of founding guy. In the story, Sean finally told me the actual origin story of it, and it is so good, I'm not going to spoil it here.
Fair.
I'm going to let Sean tell it in the next to a hot dog safari sound collage. But anybody listening to this who doesn't know about the Worcester Hot Dog Safari, you got to follow the Instagram. You got to get in the loop. You got to participate next year. It is the best summer event in Worcester, I think. I look forward to it every year.
Yeah, this was the first year I got to do it. I was trying to think, and I think it used to be Worcester World Cup that would get in my way. That was a weekend.
That would make sense, because it's always mid-August.
Yeah, and I used to do sound and announcing and scoreboard and stuff for that, so it was like I was there like every minute.
Right.
But yeah, so this is the first year I got to go, and I had a blast. But I would say maybe no one else should go from now. If you haven't already started going, maybe don't, because there was like 1,000 fucking people there. It was borderline overwhelming, I think, for some of the venue. I never got to have the Desi Dog because
from Namaste Woo.
Yeah, from Namaste Woo, because I ordered it, got my number, and then at some point realized my number was like 60 numbers away, and I was like, I have to go.
Yeah.
But I heard it was really good. They won.
Yeah, they won, and me and Sean spend a good amount of time talking about how cool that is. First time participant, for I don't have to check this fact, the first Indian restaurant to ever win a hot dog safari.
Yeah. Feels safe to say.
Yeah, but Sean was telling me, I'm just going to give away the entire fucking interview now, but like 700 scorecards they sold, something like that.
Wow.
Which is a ton. There was a time when it was not that popular, when it was more of like a friends and friends of friends event. In the past couple of years, it's really exploded in growth, and that's great. But
money goes to the food bank, right?
Money goes to the Worcester County Food Bank.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep, that's it's for a good cause. Worcester County Food Bank could probably spend a little bit more of its endowment, I think, on the current food needs in the community, but that's not the hot dog safari's concern.
True that.
They got Worcester County Food Bank sitting on like a lot of money. They have a lot of money, but whatever. That's just the way that it goes in that world sometimes. Chris, you said that you prepared a full episode, or a somewhat full episode.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare anything at all except for 2 inspirational newspaper clippings that I want to read from a cool newspaper I got. But we can just save that for the end. I spent the morning in housing court. I'm working on a story. Not going to give anything away unless this podcast comes out after that story gets released, in which case you'll know what I'm talking about. I think that's how that works. Future timeline, whatever. Housing court is so weird, dude.
Yeah, I've never been. I think it's the only court that I haven't been in. I've been in criminal many times, and probate and juvie, but I've never been in housing court.
Yeah, housing court is like 75% eviction proceedings, and then 25% weird inspectional services bullshit. And my story is in the 25% category. And the court date that I was there for was it was just a status hearing. It's just like the most recent thing that's happening. So it was all of 5 minutes. But in order to get to that 5 minutes, I had to suffer through 2 hours. One of which was a woman representing herself in a case that sounds like a complete nightmare, but she just wasn't a lawyer and wasn't doing it right and was just screaming at the judge, and like everyone was getting so pissed off. It was a bad scene. It was really, really uncomfortable to be in there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great, and I feel like that probably happens a lot in housing court because you have no statutory right to an attorney in most cases.
You have no statutory right to an attorney, but This was a woman who was managing an estate of her dead mother. And the
Yeah.
estate was in, or the property holding of the estate was in an LLC. And I learned today that if the case is against a corporation, an incorporated entity greater than a person, then you cannot represent yourself. You actually need an attorney.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a pro tip, I think I've shared my thoughts on how everyone should go spend a day watching arraignments in criminal court, just as an eye opener. But if you want to be a tea sipping, if you want to see the juiciest drama in court, here's a pro tip for you: go upstairs to probate. That is where the juicy stuff is. That's where you're going to see your divorces. That's where you're going to see a lot of smaller estate settlings when you've got families arguing about the probate status of an estate. Brothers against brothers, and husbands against wives, and husbands against husbands, and wives against wives. That's the good shit happens up there. So it's a little tip from me if you want to go waste a day watching court. Go to probate.
It reminds me of that Arlo Guthrie song, Mother Rapers.
Yeah,
Father Rapers.
Alice's Restaurant.
What a good track. I not to get too off track here, but when I went out to East Brookfield District Court, that's the kind of court where it's one courtroom. So all of the stuff happens in the same courtroom. And I was there with some of the women from Project Priceless who were trying to get a member of Project Priceless out of jail. And it was a wholesome, it was a heartwarming story as much as that it can be in that arena. But in order to get to that heartwarming story, we sat through an hour of counterclaims made in a Facebook drama involving parents of a cheerleading team.
Oh yeah.
And that was crazy.
Yeah, that's some real Brookfield shit.
It was two white ladies going to the mat. And the judge was very invested. The judge spent 10 minutes perusing new evidence, which was just screenshots of Facebook posts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
love
this
that
is
stuff.
justice in action, baby.
Yeah. That's there's a couple of standard court designs in Massachusetts. And that's one of, so a lot of courts are a little bit different than each other, but some of them are the exact same footprint. So if you've been in that style of court, you know where everything is in every one that's designed that way. Mm-hmm. And I've also spent a fair bit of time in East Brookfield Court, and that's one of the ones where so anytime people are in holding pretty much in a court, they're in the basement.
Yeah.
It's the most secure place to have your holding, I guess it makes sense. But that's one where they have a little holding dungeon that's directly underneath the court, and they bring people up a little stairway.
Oh, yeah, Milford's like that.
Yeah. They've got a little court dungeon under the court.
Dude, one time there was this old Italian guy that got charged with arson, and because his house burnt down, and anyway, it seemed like a pretty clear case, but he's being led down the stairs by two guards. He's refusing to go down these stairs. They're wrought iron stairs into what I assume is a metal plated dungeon.
Yeah.
Straight out of Skyrim or something. And he screams from down there, and the way that it echoed out of the courtroom, I can hear it in my mind's ear right now. He goes, "I'm being railroaded!" And it rippled up the stairs, and it's dude,
oh man.
I give it a 50-50 chance that you are being railroaded, but I still it was too funny, dude. I had to laugh.
Sometimes you just got to. You can't fix it anyway. So
you can't fix it anyway. There's a gallows humor in the court. That's for sure. I would love to start a Worcester Sucks program where I just assign days in district court to people, and they just have to write about it.
Yeah, no, I will be one of those people when I retire, if I ever get to retire, and I actually have a job now where I might get to retire, which is amazing
to
think about.
Congratulations.
Thanks. It'll be good if I can keep it. We'll see. But yeah, no, I'll be one of those people when I retire who just goes to court. just to watch court.
Yeah.
It's not always interesting, but like, because you could just do that, and like,
Yeah.
you pop into the right court. I mean, I've seen like crazy like insurance trials and shit, just like killing time waiting for another court, just being so let's go see what's going on in this one.
Yeah, because they make everyone get there at 9. And you
Yeah.
have no idea when your thing is going to get called.
Yeah, you will have to kill time at court, and that's pretty much a guarantee.
Oh,
So.
one more funny story from court today. The Zoom system, that's a post-COVID feature of courtrooms, is now there's a big flat screen TV with a little camera on top, and they have Zoom meetings for like pre-trial conferences and such. And it's the bleakest thing in the world when it's the Zoom getting piped in from Worcester House.
Yeah.
But it's not always like that. In housing court, it was just like an interpreter or like the closed caption like person. But the system went down, the whole system-wide for like 10 minutes. And there's an IT guy on speakerphone with the judge. And he's just like this towny Worcester guy, and he goes, I can't remember exactly what he said right now. I wrote it down in my notes, but I don't have my notebook with me. He goes, yeah, the system's broken because I broke it. The judge just like rolls his eyes and calls a recess. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be the worst day of my life.
I love that guy. Yeah, I was spending a lot of time in court when courts were just starting to reopen during COVID, and watching them try to figure out Zoom court for the first several months
so bleak,
was
dude.
really wild. It was a very eye-opening experience watching all of these crotchety old judges try to deal with technology.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, speaking of things,
The whole
we have
system crashed because I crashed it.
Oh yes,
That's what he said. The whole system crashed because I crashed it.
Judge should maybe tell him about not admitting to not
self-incriminating.
self-incriminating. Yeah, you got a Fifth Amendment right, buddy.
Yeah, right. He didn't have to say who crashed it, but he volunteered that information. Don't ever do that.
No.
Yeah, what were you going to say? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just going to say, speaking of things we can't control that are horrible, and people getting railroaded in the worst ways, I thought it might be a good idea to just have 2 updates up top. One that on the immigration front, you've probably heard, I think most people have probably heard, but Kilmar Abrego Garcia has been detained again. I haven't looked to see if there's any news as of this morning.
Neither have I. Uganda?
Yeah, that was apparently what was. So this is the guy, just to catch people up or remind people, this is the guy who was arrested and then sent to CCOT by accident. And then they were just like, yeah, we might have fucked up, but we don't care. We're just going to leave him there. And then he was left in CCOT in El Salvador for a really long time. And then he was brought back. And then a judge ordered that he be released. I guess he was finally released from a facility in Tennessee this past Friday. And then they set up a hearing for him in, I believe, Baltimore on Monday. And it was... people were operating under the assumption that they would find some way to re-detain him, which they did. And yeah, now they're talking about sending him to Uganda, which I'm guessing is not a super great place for, I don't know, to just get sent when you don't know anyone there and presumably don't speak the languement.
Nowhere is a good place to get sent when you don't know anyone there.
That is
There's
very
not a country
true.
on earth. You want to say America's the greatest country in the world? Fine, we'll have our minor disagreements on that. But if you live in Uganda and the Ugandan government decides to just send you to America for some asinine reason, because it's not going to be a fun time for you. You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about like things I know about Uganda, and one of them is that it is one of the like religious mission capitals of the world because there is rampant poverty and malnutrition, especially childhood malnutrition. So I'm guessing it's probably not a place that you want to just like, go with a bindle on a stick over your shoulder and try to start a new life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been, but
One of the places where they did microloans.
yes,
Remember
yeah,
that?
I do.
Remember the microloans? That worked out really well. That was actually the solution to that was the third worldist approach. Really seemed to work out.
Yeah, no, we solved it. I will admit I was a micro. I donated to microloans when microloans were.
It was the
first
hot new
announced as a
thing. It was
thing.
like the
Yeah.
only idea at that. It was like 2010, 2011.
Yep.
It was like literally the only idea anyone had at that time.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think.
And now we have no
of,
ideas at all.
Yeah, no, and now it's just like fuck it, let
Yeah.
God sort it out.
Right.
Yeah, no, my thinking at the time was I was like, I don't know, I have like $20 if I could donate it to this thing, and then eventually the people pay it back, and then it gets redonated. But it turned out that didn't really like just trying to, turn people in areas impoverished by capitalism and colonialism into small business tyrants themselves did not turn out to be the answer to world poverty.
Yeah, I mean, like that worked for America for a time. After World War II, we turned the entire middle lumpen proletariat into believing that they had the freedom of private property ownership, and now we're Nazis. So I don't know. I don't think that's really the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. So we'll see how that goes. But they clearly just want to ruin this guy's life because they don't consider him human, presumably, but also just because, like...
Gotta have something on TV.
Yeah, and he's a thorn in their side because of a fuck-up that they themselves made. Everything is great.
Yeah.
Everything's wonderful. And then we had started talking the last time we did an episode about the Al Jazeera journalists that were killed in Gaza next to a hospital. And then we were so rudely interrupted by Bluetooth speaker guy, if you remember. Took us completely off our track.
I forgot all about Bluetooth speaker guy.
Yeah, turned us into little authoritarians ourselves.
Maybe I'm just being a pedestrian hater, but it's like, put some headphones on.
Unfortunately, you don't have to wait too long these days for a story to come out about more journalists being killed. I don't know if you've seen this, Bill.
Oh yeah, Nasser Hospital, five journalists. I think it was in total 40 people.
Yeah, and they blew these guys up. They bombed them or shot them with a missile or something, and then a bunch of help came because a bunch of people had just been blown up, and then they blew the area up again, and it's on camera.
Right.
And I don't recommend watching it if you haven't.
No, don't do that to yourself.
But they got caught dead to rights, and it's more journalists killed. They at least are having to try to apologize for this one because it's so obvious.
I heard that on NPR.
But I mean, I don't know. What can you say? World War II or exceeding World War II levels of journalists killed in a conflict. Not really a conflict, actually.
Yeah. The part that gets glazed over here, pretty much the entire, post October 7th thing, is the Israeli government doesn't allow any non-Gazan journalist into Gaza. And it's what are the circumstances in which a country that is apparently at war with a non-state entity has the ability to completely control the flow in and out of journalists from the quote-unquote free world, right? Why that does not raise any eyebrows. It's it's like when you, how can you, I don't know, I don't want to get on a whole rant about it, but like, it's not just that they are snuffing out journalists. It's that the only journalists that have been able to report firsthand on this conflict, except for going on like guided IDF tours, which are no better than just doing marketing for Empire, are the local journalists that are there. So it's like giving it too much credit to compare it to World War II standards.
Yeah.
Because World War II, like, journalists could go where they needed or wanted to go.
That is, in fact, how a lot of the journalists in World War II got killed instead of being, hunted inside of walls that they cannot leave.
Yeah, they it's like if the entire, this is maybe a little out of pocket, but like if the entire Western theater was happening inside of one concentration camp, like a very large concentration camp, but it's just it drives me crazy that like that part always gets obscured, and then just like to call it a war is, I don't know, it doesn't, it implies a fair fight between two nations, right?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think this is a war.
Yeah, I mean when one of the quote warring parties themselves admits that the majority of people that they are killing are civilians, many of whom are children, I don't think that's what a war is. It seems pretty clear and obvious to me.
Another thing on that, I put it in my last newsletter briefly. There was 972 magazine, which does really good reporting on this stuff, was able to get documents that show that the IDF has an information, like a PSYOP unit called the legitimation cell. That, like, yeah, how can you not laugh?
That's not dystopian at all.
The legitimation cell, where they prepare like prepackaged agitprop dossiers on the journalists that they double tap, in order to have it immediately enter Western news cycles. That, like, they make some vague, like, they put together screenshots or whatever to be like, look, he was Hamas, right? So they have those like pre-prepared. That's what the legitimation cell does. It's like they prepare the bad faith, he wasn't a journalist, he was a terrorist line in advance of these supposed accidents, right? So, I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's pretty wild, and not to get further afield, but you may or may not have heard it yet, Bill. I listened to the TrueAnon episode with the guy who's writing the book on Fort Bragg.
I have the book. I have been saving it because I want to read the book before I listen to it.
Okay, yeah, I listened to it. I have not gotten the book yet, but it's on my bookshop wish list. But an interesting detail that they talk about in there as well is how many of the Delta Force and covert ops, tier 1 operator type guys wind up going to Israel at some point during their assignments for presumably educational purposes and training purposes, but also how it's just like an open secret that the entire area there is bugged, and that that they're being surveilled and listened to at all times, and apparently that's just like fine. I don't know. It's interesting. I would love to be a client state that had that kind of power over the big daddy warbucks. That seems like a pretty sweet situation, and it's going great.
Not just Delta Force. I mean, they bring police chiefs over there all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Sargent
Yeah,
Our own Stephen Sargent learned crowd control techniques.
that's right. He did.
And, I mean, whew, there is no greater exercise in crowd control in history than just the surveillance and containment of Gaza. I mean, you want to talk crowd control. That is multiple millions of people crowd control.
Yeah, learning from the best.
Yeah. That's, yep.
Well,
It's fucking...
yeah. All right, we got the dark stuff out of the way. I got some light and fluffies. I think from here on out. Bill, I sent this to you the other day, but did you get to see? So Joyner Lucas came to town.
Oh yes.
People probably know this. Joyner Lucas is a Worcester guy who, I guess, is a big rapper allegedly.
He's like big for like Worcester standards for sure.
Yeah.
Like if we had like a rock band that big, it would be like the new Aerosmith.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I guess I did see him on billboards when I was in LA. So that's pretty big.
Who did he have a song with that like blew up? Wasn't it with like Chris Brown?
He definitely did a song with Chris Brown.
It's when your fave is problematic. He might be a Worcester guy, but he did do a song with Chris Brown after.
Yeah.
He did a song with Chris Brown after.
I feel like Joyner steps in it in some way or another quite a bit. I don't know very much. I don't know very much about him. I have tried to listen every time he puts out an album, and it's not for me. I don't like it.
Yeah, me neither.
So anyway, I guess his new album is called ADHD 2, a follow-up to the original ADHD.
Okay.
And that is, I guess there's, he talks about having ADHD as an ongoing theme in his music. So Joyner Lucas came to town so that we could dedicate part of a street to him and call it Joyner Lucas Way. It's the thing that we like to do in Worcester now, I guess. It's the new key to the city.
Yeah, at Augustus Way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I guess while Joyner was here, they stopped by the Worcester Public Schools, and he and his team gave away a bunch of backpacks to Worcester Public Schools kids, and we'll drop the image in here or a link to it.
I'm looking at it right now for the first time. Invalid. Oh, you put a bad link in here, Chris. Oh, okay.
It's Facebook bullshit, man.
Yeah, whatever. All right,
Anyway.
continue. Yeah, you can.
It's a bunch of kids, and they're holding backpacks, and the backpacks all say ADHD 2 on them. And I don't know how much further I want to take this thought, because I'm not trying to shame neurotypicality or anything of that nature. I just will say that on its surface, just at like surface level, monkey smoking a cigarette level, it's really funny to me to see a bunch of kids in the Worcester Public Schools posting with their ADHD backpacks that Joyner Lucas gave them.
There's a little bit of Ritalin in each one.
It just cracked me up.
That's pharma grade too. Those ain't pressies.
Yeah, those did not come from the dark web.
No one put up a. Can we pause on handing out the ADHD swag to the kids? It's a medical diagnosis, sir. It's not a point of pride.
It's just funny to me.
That's awesome, dude. Oh my god, I can't wait to see that picture once I get the link to it. Can you look? Are you looking at it right now?
No, because it's not opening for me either, and it's like it
Facebook,
opened for me on my computer.
Facebook is unbelievably bad.
Yes.
Every time I open even one tab of Facebook on my browser, my computer becomes unusable for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, someone told me that, I might have mentioned this before actually, someone who knows computer stuff told me that Facebook has seemingly made the browser version of Facebook borderline unusable intentionally to force you to the app.
Ugh.
This is a problem that I have because, as I know I've said before, I don't use Facebook on my phone. I haven't had it on my phone in several years, so I only use it through a browser.
That's why it didn't open for me, probably, because my app is offloaded.
Yeah, that's probably exactly
That's
why.
so crazy, dude. I hate all these companies so
Yeah,
much.
I should just fucking screenshot it. I shouldn't give them any more clicks. Got some Satya Mitra news.
Yeah. Oh, I got some Satya Mitra news too.
Sweet.
I actually got some clips that I might be able to pull up right now, but I'll throw in. But you first.
So I feel like first I should say that mea culpa, wea culpa, we are culpable. We mentioned that it spent a lot of money on signs, and we didn't see the signs anywhere.
The signs are everywhere. We were too early.
Yeah, that take has aged like milk. It's the thing that I've heard from people far more than anything else over the last couple of weeks was how many Mitra signs they see.
I know, I'm getting messages all the time.
Yeah, more and more. I don't go to the west side that much, and that's where a lot of them are apparently, but I am seeing them a lot more now. So yeah, they're getting them out there. I did get a mailer. I'm trying to remember. I think I took a picture of it.
I got the same mailer, dude. I was like, why am I getting a mailer? I guess because I'm a super voter. But the mailer said something really funny on it. I'm trying to picture it in my brain.
Yeah, it had an acronym, and the acronym was like as anodyne as like everything else that comes out of the campaign.
He's going to be fostering and mentoring youth in some or developing youth, and I started asking myself, like, what does that mean? What are you empowering youth is what it said. He's going to empower youth, and I asked myself, what does that mean? And then I remembered that a guru does not reveal his tricks, right?
All will be revealed in time.
You just trust the guru process, and you'll receive your guru dividends.
I have found the picture that I took of the acronym, and it is what you said, but I think even better. The acronym is SERVE, and for each letter of the word, there is a statement. S is spend your tax dollars wisely. E, my favorite one, is the one you were just talking about. Empower your kids with education.
Does it say empower your kids?
It says empower your kids with education.
That's gross. That's the copywriting on that. If I have a kid, I don't have a kid, but if I have a kid and I read somebody that I don't know saying that he's going to empower my kid specifically, I'm like, no, you're not. You're not going anywhere near my child.
Yeah, stay away from my kid, dude.
I don't know what empower means, but now I definitely don't want to know.
And empower your kids, empower with education is just such a weird. The whole thing just sounds like it was written by AI, and it's quite possible it was.
Well, he has two high-powered consultants.
That's what I've heard. I would.
Neither of them are from Worcester. One's from New Hampshire and one's from Lowell.
So I'm glad you brought that up because the piece of Satya Mitra news that I have today is the Worcester Guardian did a candidate profile. It's very funny. They say Charlene Arsenault says in there that they have reached out or are going to try to reach out to every candidate, which to me reads like they haven't reached out to them all yet.
I know what that means.
Yeah. I think we know.
That's a euphemism. It's like you're going to text the ones that you have a texting relationship with, and then you're going to maybe send an email to like the campaign email of the ones you don't have a relationship with.
Yeah, I had some encounters with Charlene Arsenault back in the day politically, and I think it's safe to say she is not a progressive.
No.
Exactly.
No.
I want to say she was actually like a Tea Partier. But anyway, yeah.
She is the person with whom Thomas Duffy places his stories.
Yes.
Police Union President Thomas Duffy. the most feral dog, as we've been over many times.
So within the candidate profile, it's not very interesting. But she does note that he has raised the most money, which we talked about.
Yeah.
That a lot of his money comes from donors outside of the city, which we also talked about. He actually gave a quote that I thought was interesting, actually, in its honesty, and saying the quiet part loud in a way that a lot of other candidates do not. So here's the quote from the article. His campaign finance filings have raised eyebrows, with many large donations coming from out of state. Mitra said, the support reflects trust built over decades. Sure, okay. Here's the quote. Many of these donors, though not residents, have a vested interest in Worcester through investment properties, business activities, or family ties. Yeah, fair enough, dude. It's like, yeah, they're the real estate speculators, guys.
It's like, yeah, well, they don't have addresses in Worcester, but have you checked the Worcester County Registry of Deeds website?
Yeah, they have LLCs here. Duh.
Yeah. Now Tim Murray's going to be like, we need to change the way that that campaign finance reporting works so that if you have a business property or a residential property that you're the owner of, that's what's listed on the OCPF, not your home address. Yeah.
I thought that was quite frankly pretty honest of him to just be like, yeah, it's all the business guys. They're throwing me money.
Yeah.
Because they got businesses here and they want us to do stuff for them.
He was he had another, and this is a good tie-in because he had another moment that I found to be like a radically honest. In a very funny way. So the Pride Worcester had, I think, the only candidate forum before the preliminary next Tuesday. School committee and city council, and I have the clip. I'll throw it in, but it's Pride Worcester. They're going to. It's a relevant concern. They're going to request that candidates say their pronouns. Satya Mitra says, basically, I'm still figuring that out. I don't know my pronouns. I'm still figuring that out, which, good for you. Best of luck on your journey. It's a better response, though not quite as funny as Charles Luster's response, which was, I don't have pronouns. No, he said, I don't do pronouns. And the cadence, I also have that clip, and I'll put it in. The cadence and the mannerism in which that line was delivered was like basically just saying, I don't do that gay shit. You know what I mean? It was very, very, you can hear in the shitty Instagram Live audio the groan that ripples through the crowd when he says it. It's really something, dude.
Yeah, also, if you won't use someone's preferred pronouns, it actually does affect how you would represent them.
Yeah.
It's a very basic sign of humanity and respect that if you're not going to offer it, you actually are not going to be a good representative for those people. Yeah,
I feel like that goes without saying. It's a very, very, very shitty thing to do. Especially when it's like the LGBTQ organization that is hosting you.
Yeah.
It's like oh, here we go. Ready?
Charles Luster, running for city council at large. I don't use pronouns. I'm just old school.
I don't use pronouns. Yes, you do. You use them every fucking day.
Yeah.
Everyone uses pronouns. Have you called someone he, she, they today? Then you do use pronouns.
He goes, I don't use pronouns, and he shakes his head. It's so crazy. But then I have Satya Mitra here. I should just play it.
I'm Satya Mitra. I have not yet used any pronouns, but I think I will
thinking about it, and this whole thing is kind of new to me.
I have not yet used any pronouns. That's funnier than how I remembered it. I have not yet used any pronouns.
Both of those are funnier. Or that one's funnier than how you remembered it. Luster's is something more than than how you remembered it.
It's real. Luster's is like it's like brimming with a certain energy.
Yes.
Like such a Mitra is like he's obviously uncomfortable, and he like kind of cops to being uncomfortable. Charles Luster has his backup in the way that a certain straight guy will get his backup presented with a less than straight situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
like that's something to be careful about.
I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe it shouldn't surprise me as much as it does, but like the misunderstanding of what pronouns are. Like you use pronouns. You have pronouns. Like you do. All of us do.
Yeah.
I've never met a single person that does not use pronouns referring to themselves and others, and it just has become this word that means something different than what it literally means to all of these people.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's very interesting.
It's probably one of the best barometers we have to like who has the mind virus.
Yeah.
Like if you get squeamish about pronouns in any way, you are inflicted, my friend. You need to detox. You need to reorient your media diet immediately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to be careful. You got to be careful who you around, who you're rubbing shoulders with. Similar to the vaccine shedding, there's pronoun shedding. You will get pronouns on you. You can breathe them in. They are aerosolized, and you can't have that happen. Yeah.
Yeah. My cousin got bit by a gay guy.
Yeah, and I mean, you know,
he's fine. That's one of before Theo Vaughn turned into like what he is now. That was one of his like first jokes that I heard, and I was like, "Damn, that's pretty good, actually."
Yeah, just got bit by him.
He's fine.
He's fine. It healed.
He didn't
even break his skin.
He didn't catch it.
Oh, we're gonna get ourselves into some trouble today, Bill.
I don't understand. I don't think that can get me in trouble. I challenge you to try.
Hey, here's something completely different. Bill, have you heard of Shireton?
Shireton?
Shireton.
No.
Well, I found an article in Mass Live, I think it was last week, asking the question, this is the headline, is this Hobbit hotel real? People have paid $300K, but to whom and where is it? These are the kind of questions
$300K?
I want answered. Yes.
To go to the Shire? Do you get to go to like where they shot it in New Zealand, or what the hell?
No. This is a Kickstarter campaign for a place called Shireton that is described in the Kickstarter as, quote, just outside Springfield.
Just Springfield, Massachusetts?
Yeah, just outside Springfield. Well, they do say just outside Springfield. There are a lot of Springfields, as we know from The Simpsons.
Right. Yeah, many Springfields. Are they just talking about Holy Land?
Well, it is Holy Land in apparently that there will be Hobbit-themed whole rooms.
Holy.
So it's holy in that way.
That's an in-universe folk song. Can't wait to get back to the Holy Land where the doors are round and there are holes in the land.
Yes. Oh, and I'm sorry, it's an Indiegogo campaign.
An Indiegogo
yes.
campaign. So do they have this constructed, or is this like a pyramid scheme sort of thing?
So this is the question that Mass Live attempted to answer, and they really did their homework, I have to say. And if you are one of the 400 people who have given $300,000 to this Indiegogo, I have some bad news for you, which is that they really can't find it. They have checked all property records and deeds, and they can't find it, and they've sent mail and emails to all of its listed physical addresses, and it came back undeliverable. So it seems like
400 people got taken for a ride.
400 people, yeah. For $300,000, which means most of them, on average, they were kicking in like $800 each.
I misunderstood you. I thought that 400 people kicked in $300,000 each.
Oh, no.
And I was about to be like, sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah.
But now, actually, that's fucked up, dude. That's, I mean, like, Lord of the Rings people aren't, like, as bad as Harry Potter people, but, and, like, I am a Lord of the Rings person, so I feel a certain amount of sympathy for someone who would get taken for a ride like this. But it's like, that's just, like, talk about, like, the complete antithesis of what the Shire stands for.
Yeah.
To do a scheme like this.
It's very, very un-Hobbit.
Like, say what you want about Saruman, but when he industrialized the Hobbit, of the Shire, at the end of the third book, and which didn't make it into the movie, which is such a fucking bummer. Like, at least he like gave him jobs. Like he did something, right? Like, these people, they're just taking the Shire and like just robbing people with the visage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say what you want, man, about Saruman.
Say what you want about the tenets of Saruman and the Uruk-hai.
Yeah.
You know, at least it's an ethos.
It's an ethos. The trains ran on time. So yeah, apparently
the mud pits birthed the mud pits birthed the beasts on time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they found something that said it might be in New Braintree. They went to New Braintree Town Hall. But yeah, here's a quote. But for an exciting new hotel project that's going to be located in a town of only 1,000 people, the trail went cold. The town clerk, the police clerk, both said that they had no knowledge of a project such as Shireton. And the select board said they didn't know about it as well. So yeah, it seems like it's probably not real. I agree with you. If I can figure out a way to scam $300,000 out of the right people, I am completely on board with that.
Yes.
It's one of my greatest ambitions, actually.
If you have $300,000 available to be scammed, then you're fair game as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. But I don't think you should scam Lord of the Rings people, even though some of them are annoying. I don't think those are the people that you should scam.
No. So, yeah, I mean, be careful who you give money to online, I guess, is the moral of this story. But it seems like such a weird and arbitrary con, right? Like, who thought of this con, and who thought to stage it outside of Springfield, Massachusetts?
Yeah.
That's, I wouldn't say, like, we're known for our, like, rabid, like, Lord of the Rings obsession.
Yeah, I don't know. And there's just, like, places where you could probably get away with the scam a lot longer. Like, even rural Massachusetts is not far from somewhere. And so, like, people can go poke around and be like, where's this fucking Hobbit hotel, dude? Where's there 1,000-person Hobbit hotel?
Yeah.
And if no one knows, it's probably not there. You know, fucking Wyoming or South Dakota or something. Good luck.
Yeah, if you did it in Delaware, there wouldn't even be a news story.
It's true.
Just like, that's just what happens there every day.
Yeah, Shire towns and credit card companies. Business nexuses.
Yeah.
Nexuses.
Yeah. What's the Worcester version? Like, what would Worcester people get taken for a ride on via their cultural obsession? It would have to be like a Teddy Bruschi themed staycation. You can go to the old Gillette.
Yeah, the Gronk Hotel.
You can for $300 a pop, you can participate in our grand project to build the old Gillette Stadium with the bleacher seats, and have two teams recreate the 2004 season.
Yeah, or just go even a little further back than that and just recreate like 20 years of the Patriots being consistently terrible at the stadium that predated Gillette, whose name I cannot remember. Oh man, what was I going to say?
You could set up a drunk driving race course, like a prosecution free zone. People in Worcester would pay for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gronkton I think would sell. I gotta say, man, Gronksboro, USA. Could have the Mall of Gronk or something.
Wow.
Instead of the Mall of America.
Yeah.
Worcester loves to be sold a terrible idea, and we'll pay for pretty much all of it. So somebody get on that. I have two asides that are related. These were not a part of my plan, but you've made me remember them. One is, I don't know, I'm kind of a Gronk hater, I guess, traditionally, mostly because I think a guy with the antics that Gronk had, who was not a white guy, like a goofy white guy, I think would have been received very differently by Patriots fans. It's just a gut feeling I have that makes me uncomfortable, but that's actually not Gronk's fault.
If you go back in the cultural Wayback Machine, you want to think like a comparison would be Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
And you want to think about how Pats fans were talking about Marshawn Lynch back when he was a hot ticket item. I'm sure that there's some pretty ugly things said.
That's the gut vibe that it makes me, that gives me a little bit of ick. But again, not Gronk's fault. Gronk, I just saw a news story. Gronk, donated a bunch of money to build a kids' playground and then showed up at the kids' playground for the opening. And he, was inspired by this woman who has cancer, and he was, crying and giving her hugs when they opened the playground. And then he was on the slide, and then he has some great quote. I should find it. We should actually clip it. But it's something like, they're like, what's your favorite part of the playground? And he's like, I love the slide, and I love hanging out with all my friends. And he's just, hanging out with a bunch of children and seems genuinely happier than he probably has been in a long... I don't know. I'm warming up on Gronk, I gotta say.
I always had a soft spot for Gronk. I think that Gronk is probably getting absolutely taken for a ride in the media world surrounding the NFL. I think that he is out of his element, he's out of his depth, and he is just surrounded by the most nakedly craven social climbers and grifters, in the entire media ecosystem. It's like the NFL orbit is going to have probably has the worst people of all time.
Yeah.
It's got it definitely worse than baseball, certainly hockey. I don't know. It's got to be really bad.
He's going to get MC hammered, I think, is what you're saying. He's going to, just get duped into investing in a bunch of bad restaurants and, block parties for 1,000 of his closest friends. And
well, I think Gronk. The thing that's endearing about him is he's he's cognizant of how dumb he is, and I think I even remember that he has signed his finances over to somebody else.
I love it.
I think he has a receiver.
Yeah, I love having a receiver for yourself. Honestly,
I'm a tight end, so I need a receiver.
A friend of mine who is a much bigger football fan and Gronk fan specifically explained Gronk to me one time during his sort of Patriots heyday, and I was like, "What's the deal with this guy?" And the way he explained it to me was perfect. He was like, "Yeah, Gronk is dumber than dumb, and he's a physical freak of nature. You shouldn't be able to be that big and that fast. Those two things shouldn't go together. And only because he is he not breaking rocks for a living or in the penitentiary or something. He would probably be a completely unemployable person if he wasn't amazing at football, but as it happens, he is.
Yeah. He'd be like the drunkest guy on the road crew. In the DPW, you know what I mean?
He'd be the postal carrier who crashed into several things in Springfield yesterday or the day before, just driving shit-faced on his at 11:30 in the morning.
He'd be the friend that every friend group has that requires a separate group chat. to discuss the absolutely insanely stupid things that he does on a regular basis.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The other, this is what happens when you let me run things, Bill. I got shit coming out of my brain all over the place.
And I'm just throwing out tangents that are complete. I mean, we just talked about Gronk, dude. This is the Worcester podcast.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So, while I'm already all over the place, since we were talking about cons and weird cons, I watched a documentary last night. I think it's on Netflix, and it was called Con Mum. Mum as in mom in, like, England. In the Queen's speech.
In English.
Yes.
Mom's mom in English.
It was wild. I'm addicted to these kind of things. It's like one of my guilty pleasures is watching like all the dumb like true crime stuff. Not like true crime, like scam stuff in particular. I love it. I can't get enough. So I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing, except to say this guy never meets his mother. A woman comes around and says she is his mother when he's 45 years old. And she also says she's dying of cancer in 6 months. She is incredibly wealthy and wants to give him all of her money. That she is an illegitimate daughter of the Sultan of Brunei, and that she is his mother. And only one of those things turns out to be true, and I'm not going to tell you which one, but it's probably not the one you would think. So yeah, check out Con Mom. What's that?
He's a sultan.
Yeah, he's a sultan. He's totally a sultan now.
What is
it goes super well for the guy. No, it doesn't. That's the only spoiler I will give you.
That
It ruins his life.
That sounds pretty good.
Go
Go
ahead.
I should put a little clip in. So we had the last election squad last Thursday, so about a week ago, and was able to successfully peer pressure Attell into doing karaoke. Did not need to convince Caden at all. Caden was hilarious, and also Caden debuted an original song that was pretty fucking good. It was pretty good. So so Caden, if you're listening to this, first of all, we gotta have you on the show. I meant to actually send a text to get Caden back on. We're gonna do that soon, and then
something Caden coming soon.
Gotta finish that original track, or get it recorded. I'll record it. Shit. I'll be the producer. I'll be the funky beats guy.
Yeah, you've got your Phil Spector right here.
Yeah. Shit. Well, what were you saying? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't know you guys got to do karaoke. I had to be at fucking contract negotiations, which is why I wasn't there, and I would have way rather have been there. Although I've only done karaoke, I've done it exactly one time in my life, and it was not my finest moment, and I've never done it again since. But that's a hump I've got to get over at some point.
You just gotta lean into the point of it is to embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
So how do you embarrass yourself well?
Right. So I'll tell you why, and I think you'll understand why this was not a great experience, and why I need to overwrite it with a better experience sometime soon. So for a brief time in my early 20s, actually I was like 19 or 20. I was just out of high school. And I didn't go to college. So I was bumming around the town I was in, doing menial jobs. One of my menial jobs was I ran spotlights at a performing arts theater.
That is a menial job.
It is a menial job. These were the old carbon arc ones, too. You have to keep two carbon rods from touching, because then they'll fuse and the light shuts off, or getting too far apart, because then the light will go out.
Dude, I would do that job. That sounds like fun.
It was a lot of fun, actually, and I got to meet Bela Fleck. I got to meet Willie Nelson.
What?
But the first show,
I think you're downplaying the venue that you were doing lights for.
It was like a like a Hanover theater of a smaller city.
Okay, gotcha.
But it was Torrington, Connecticut, which is in northwest Connecticut. It's kind of the last outpost of civilization out that way.
Yeah.
So acts that play places of that size, it was like the main one in that area.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm not going to make this story last forever. So the very first show I ever ran spotlights for was a performance of Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. Excuse me. And actually, our spotlighting was so bad that it was written about in the review, which is not what you want when you are running the spotlights. They should never be noticed enough to be written about in the review. So after the run of the show was done, they have a cast party. They're going to do karaoke at the cast party. And my friend and I, who were doing this job together, were not old enough to drink. So we went and got a couple bottles of Robitussin. You ever robo-tripped? Actually, you don't have to answer that question if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay. For anyone who doesn't know, you can kind of get yourself pretty fucked up on a bottle of Robitussin. It's terrible for you, and you should not do it. It's a thing you shouldn't even do when you're 19, but you definitely shouldn't do when you're any older than that.
I think they nanny stated that a little bit, where you can't do that anymore, actually, on the Robitussin available.
Oh,
which is a good thing.
Yes, actually, completely, all kidding aside, it is a good thing. It's terrible for you to take that amount of Robitussin and all the other stuff that's in Robitussin. So we drank bottles of Robitussin and then went to this cast party. And a funny thing happened on the way to the forum is a musical. So these are all like musical theater people doing karaoke.
I was in a pit band. I understand the type.
Yeah, so they're competitive about it.
Right.
And my friend and I are not, and we are also fucked up on Robitussin. And so my friend puts us up for karaoke, and I don't know that he's done it until the instant it happens, and I have to go up there. And he just says, "This is a song about spotlighting." And then the song starts, and it's Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf.
Dude, that's so sick. Wrong crowd.
Wrong crowd.
Wrong crowd.
It did not, no part of our performance went over well. If the newspaper had been there, they would have written about specifically how bad the spotlighters were at karaoke.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of karaoke and tying it back to Worcester politics, watch this. This is what I make the big bucks for here.
What a true professional does.
Cafe Neo is hosting a District 4 City Council candidate debate. Cafe Neo, the karaoke bar, and I think it's going to be the Cafe Neo owner moderating it. And it's in early September. I will find it. I will put a link in. I owe the guy a message because I'm going to beg to be involved in some way. But we gotta go. We have to go and ideally record the Cafe Neo city. Ted Costas and Louis Ojeda in Cafe Neo, getting peppered with questions from what's his name? Sangas, I think. I don't know. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. But
I should, because I've read a million articles. About
he's such a cool guy. His Facebook page is like my only Facebook page that I love, because he just posts like 15 to 20 photos of just random people in his bar wearing his tiny little sunglasses every day. He, like, from the night before, he'll have everyone wear the sunglasses. He makes a picture, and then you see him on Facebook the next day. There's a couple of me.
Yeah, no one has ever been born to run a fucking bar more than that guy.
Dude, he's a sheer force of will. The new location of Cafe Neo, he gutted the entire thing and rebuilt it so it looked like the old Cafe Neo.
Yeah, I haven't been to the new one yet.
The new one's
my perfect
sick.
chance.
The new one's actually like sicker than the old one.
Also, a place that just didn't really have any rights to be as good of a bar as it was the first time, and just through his sheer force of will then to recreate that literally. When you walk in a bar like Cafe Neo, you should not get a drink as like impeccable every single time as the drinks there. He puts a
lot of pride and care.
He really cares, yeah.
And he hooks it up every holiday. He hooks it up for the neighborhood. He's like delivering food. He has a Thanksgiving dinner. The guy is like one of easily, unironically, coolest people in Worcester, hands down.
Yep.
And he is going to be asking Ted Costas and Louis Ojeda, who both agreed to this, to do a debate in Cafe Neo about Cafe Neo style questions. Chris, my finest karaoke performance of my life was in Cafe Neo last year. Hammered. I go up there, I'm doing Mother by Danzig.
Ooh.
I change every mother to mommy and every father to daddy. And I brought the house down. Mommy! Oh, daddy!
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, anybody listening to this who wants to try that at karaoke, feel free to do it. I don't own the idea. I just came up with it. It's an open license to do that and not feel like you're stealing somebody else's idea. It is liberating. That's how you should get over your karaoke fears, Chris, is to do Mommy instead of Mother. Mommy by Danzig.
Yeah, that feels like the karaoke version of like picturing someone naked when you're nervous giving a speech.
Yeah,
I think I got
the first time you lean into Mommy,
yeah,
it feels good.
I got to do it. I got to do it at Cafe Neo. I think we know. I think I know what my destiny is.
With Louis Ojeda and Ted Costas watching.
Absolutely.
After we're done with the debate, and it's drinking time.
We've got to find out when that is, and
Yes.
I need to put it on my calendar.
Yes.
I have to be there.
Yeah, I'll link to it in the description.
So, I might have us running a little long here. I got one. I know you have something. I've got one more thing for you. I think we can do it pretty quick.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be fun.
Let's make this this thing's the last thing, and then we're good.
Okay. So, people might know that when before woke was a mind virus, it was other stuff like the moment in time when we decided that the flag of Massachusetts is kind of problematic and racist, which, by the way, it is.
Yeah.
So we decided that I'll let this rustle go by.
Imagine while the rustling is going by, I'll tell this bullshit. Imagine like a Man in the High Castle style situation, where it's the Native Americans won, and then the Native American State House has just a little golden, like regular white guy on top of it, right?
Yeah.
Like just a little and he's wearing a Teddy Bruschi jersey, and we're going, oh, that's so grand and important seeming that he's on top of the building. Yeah, it's good. It's really gross. It's really gross.
It's really gross. And yeah, people, man, we're really all over the place. But I love my T-shirts. Anyone who knows me knows I love my T-shirts. Under my work shirt right now, I have my "Don't Blame Me, I Voted Sean Connolly for Pope" 2025 shirt. One of my new favorites.
It's a good one.
But I learned a lesson once about how edgy I want my shirts to be. I'm not someone who wants to have constant confrontations just based on what is on my body. And the way that I learned that this is an unwelcome possibility is back when the Redskins controversy was, before the team was changed, but when one of the big pushes to have it changed, this great group called A Tribe Called Red. They're an indigenous group. They're awesome. If you don't know them,
Musical act?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Really cool, kind of almost like ambient looped, but also cool political stuff in there. Anyway, they put out a shirt that was a shot-for-shot remake of the Redskins shirt, but it said Caucasians, and it had this cartoonish image of a white guy with like money signs in his eye. It was just like
Dude, that's so
exactly
cool.
as racist a caricature of a white guy. That shirt got me yelled at so many times. I think I wore it like twice, and I was like, never again.
Yeah, that was right in that sort of fever pitch moment after Kaepernick took the knee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like we're thinking like two years after that, maybe.
Yeah. It was about then.
Yeah.
That shirt did not last long in my repertoire.
Yeah, in between BLM Part 1 and Part 2.
Yep.
That's
exactly.
When the whites exposed themselves as being the psychos that they are.
Yeah, I found out how angry that shirt made white people
Yeah.
in a way that they articulated very viscerally.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to have arguments every time I'm out in public.
Yeah, why don't you wear an the Irish were the first slaves shirt? Why don't you wear a shirt that says that?
Very much that energy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're probably maybe going to redesign our state flag, seal, and potentially update our state motto or Commonwealth, all of those things, because Massachusetts is a
We
Commonwealth.
better not get rid of the fucking bird, dude.
We'll see.
The chickadee.
So there's, we've got the chickadee.
I don't know. I don't actually know if that's it.
It is. It's a chickadee.
Oh wow! Look
Yeah.
at me.
That is our state
I know
bird.
things I don't even know.
You know things you don't even know. So they had a public
Dude.
submission.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking weird ass bug on the mic.
Where is it? Oh yeah.
What the hell kind of bug is that?
I don't know.
It's
dude.
like yellow and black.
He wants to be. He wants to be on the pod.
He likes the mic. I don't think he's gonna hurt me, so it's all good. But
It's our own little Charlemagne the God.
yeah, yeah, probably. Anyway, so we are doing a redesign of the flag motto and
State seal.
and seal. Okay. Yeah.
So public submissions were taken for over the course of I think the last year, and the state just released a document with all of the public submissions, and we will link to it. There is a lot of shit in there. There's 1,300 pages, most of which are designs, some of which are just like written statements of mottos and stuff. But there's some real gems in there. Some really good options that I really like, and then some really goofy shit. Bill, I'm going to show you 5 that I have chosen, not at random, and just have you react to them in real time.
Okay.
All right. Design number 1.
See, this is perfect because I just watched Jurassic Park last night. This is a primordial beast carrying a large hot donkeys running across a blank white screen with Massachusetts in Comic Sans font lowercase. I think that is easily that's the best one. You don't have to show me the rest. That's the best one.
I'm glad that you picked up on both the font and the non-capitalization, because that was my favorite part of that design. You might have thought that was the best one, but this might, if we were being spiritually honest, this might actually be the best one. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Dude, yes. Dude, that checks every box. That checks Irish, Italian, and donkeys, and it makes them all the same thing.
Yeah, so this
Donkeys is the nexus of Irish and Italian.
It really is. It's it is the places where those cultures come together the most. So this one is the tricolor, vertical stripe tricolor.
Yes,
that
yes.
the Irish and
I
Italian
forgot that I had to
flag
describe
are.
it. Yes. Yeah.
Except the 2 colored portions that are not the center are the Dunkin' Donuts orange and pink. I guess I would call it.
They should have a little part that's like some of the, I like flags that have a little seal, the tiny seal inside of the 3 color.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to say Guyana or something like that
Yep.
has a flag like that. And if they just made it like an old fashioned donut from Dunkies,
That would
right
be
in the middle.
an original. Do you remember the Dunkin' Donuts? Do you remember what a Dunkin' Donut was?
No.
A Dunkin' Donut was a round donut, but it had a handle on it. So for dunking.
What?
Yeah, you're probably exactly the age where even as a kid you never saw a Dunkin' Donut.
Dude, I hate my age. I was just young enough, just old enough to watch The Falling Man
Yep.
live and remember it. Just young enough that I never had an actual Dunkin' Donut. Wow.
That you never had an actual Dunkin' Donut.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna jump off of this balcony right now. I'll be a falling man.
Oh God, I'm so sorry I had to be the one to reveal that. So this next one's going to be a little tough to show you in totality because the image is a little too big and Google Docs is kind of fucked, but I think you can get the idea. I'll say before I show you this, one of my favorite parts about looking through, I looked through all 1,342 pages or whatever of this document.
Dude,
I wanted to see every flag.
You've culled it.
I did. I love shit like this.
Yeah.
I spent like a good evening A lot of the submissions were by children, and I'm guessing this is one of those.
Dude.
Right?
What's that, a kneecap album cover?
So, what I think it's supposed to be is a ladybug, because that is our state bug. But yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like the kneecap logo, or like a grumpy burglar.
Yeah, it looks like a revolutionary flag for a revolutionary movement that doesn't exist, with a ski mask on it.
Yes, and the primary colors are RGB. I love an RGB flag.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, got two more.
This one, I think you're trying a little bit too hard, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too much.
I agree. So I think
the sea turtle I don't understand at all.
no, and I'm not sure what this other creature is.
Oh, that's the baby whale.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that is the baby whale. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah,
hits.
Maybe I just don't get the references. It's five internet references. I'm going to assume, one of which being the baby whale, and there's a sea turtle, and then the guy in the middle. What's the guy in the middle?
He's just like an Irish guy in a scally cap. I don't know. If it's a meme, it's a meme I'm unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
And then we've got a North Shore style roast beef sandwich.
Which is maybe our greatest cultural export.
Very true. But, not representative of all of Massachusetts, which is a criticism I had of a lot of these flags, by the way. And on that note as well, we've got a bar pie in the lower right-hand corner.
Fucking bar pie, it's like, okay. Yeah, I've had a greasy small pizza with too much cheese on it.
I've tasted burnt cheese. I mean, it's
fine.
It's good. It's cheese. You know?
Even when it's burnt, it's good.
Yeah, settle the fuck down about bar pie.
Bar pie, not even. North Shore beef, good. South Shore bar pie, who cares?
Here's my thing on pizza. If you are a proponent of one kind of pizza over all others, you are wrong. All kinds of pizza are good. Actually, that's not true. I've not had the Altoona, Pennsylvania pizza, but that looks pretty gross. Most kinds of pizza are good. You should not. It's like having only one sandwich that you like. It's a ridiculous posture to take.
What's the Altoona pizza?
The Altoona pizza.
My dad's my dad's side of the family is from that area, and I've had the Lebanon bologna, but I have never had the Altoona pizza.
So we're doing such a good job for an audio-only format where we're spending the entire end of the episode where I'm showing you pictures. We will link to the flags, both the entire document and the 5 that I selected. Bill, this is Altoona-style pizza.
Oh yeah, that tracks. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's bread with sliced tomatoes and then some like Kraft singles kind of melted on the top. It looks disgusting.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
I love the part of Pennsylvania where my dad's side of the family is from. I'm not proud of it sometimes, and that actually filled me with like a deep shame. That's tough.
Yeah. I hope that when you go there to eat pizza, they have like little confessional boxes. Like, this is a pizza you should eat in a place where no one can see you. It should be like ortolan. Yeah. You know about ortolan?
No.
Ortolan is this thing where they drown a small bird in cognac.
Oh, yeah. There was a Succession bit about it.
What now?
Ortolan.
What's ortolan?
It is a deep-fried songbird. You eat it whole.
Oh my god.
This is like a rare privilege, and it's also kind of illegal.
Oh, I have it.
For the head, the exact purpose is debated. Some say it's to mask the shame, others to heighten the pleasure.
Yes.
It's where you have to put a veil over your face to hide your shame from God.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah,
when you eat Altoona style pizza, you should have to do it ortolan style and put a veil over your face.
Yeah.
All right, Bill. This is the last one I have. This is one of my genuine favorites.
Dude, that one's awesome.
It goes hard, right?
If the state doesn't take that, we're taking it.
Yeah. We could use this as
that one's really good.
The Worcester Sucks flag.
Yeah.
So what we've got here is like a sun with 6 beams, kind of Japanese rising sun style. 2 shades of blue in the back. We've got some pine trees.
Yep.
One of my favorite things that I saw in a lot of these was some representation of the part of the state that's not Boston and not the ocean.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's got a red border. It goes real hard. It goes dummy hard.
It's really sick. It's really, really sick. If Massachusetts passes up on that, I am taking it and introducing it to Worcester.
Yeah, we're calling dibs.
Yeah.
I would say one of the things that Worcester has that's better than average is our flag. I do like our flag.
The seal or the
just the I like it as an older style city flag. We've got the green flag with the the little bottom of the wreath thing and the heart. Like I think the colors work. But it is an old style city flag, and there's some. I was talking about this on Facebook when the flag stuff came out. I think the energy that I'm looking for from a new Massachusetts flag is like contemporary city flag. So like Los Angeles, for example, has an amazing city flag. Chicago's is pretty good. New York City's is pretty good.
Yeah. Maine, the state of Maine just changed their flag, and it goes real hard.
That's right.
It's
Yeah,
just,
Main Street flag rules.
It's one like tastefully designed pine tree with an extremely CCP coded star, like off to the right of it. It looks like the Communist Republic of Maine. I love it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the kind of energy I'm looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do a Worcester redesign thing. It'd be a fun thing to organize one of these days.
Worcester flag redesign.
Dude, you know how I'd redesign it? I'd take the Native American from the current city steel and have it burning the wreath around the heart. And then I'd rechange the slogan to "Third time's the charm."
I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's a reference to everyone famously knows, because everyone always talks about this when they think about Worcester. The Nipmuc Indians tried to burn Worcester down, or actually did succeed in burning Worcester down twice.
I was going to say, didn't try, did.
They burned Worcester down twice, and they probably, and I don't, whoever decided to build Worcester the third time, I don't know what to tell you, bud. I think that we should have called it after the second time.
We can see the end results, and I think taking your Man in Hightower theme, if they'd been successful a third time, we might live in a better place, or we might not live here at all.
Yeah, no, we'd be in Stoughton.
Oh God!
On the front line of the 400 Years' War. Yeah. I don't know. Well, Chris, I don't know. I think that's probably a good place to end it.
Yeah, I think we've done enough damage.
There is an election next week. It's a preliminary election. Make sure you go vote, and I'll link to my election guide. And it's going to probably be a pretty sleepy affair. I don't want to make it sound like it's anything bigger than it is, but it would be nice if people got out on Tuesday and went and voted. And I think there's early voting.
There is. I believe it starts today, actually.
Yeah. I mean, for city council, we're only knocking off 2 of the 14 people running, and the 2 that are going to get knocked off are pretty obvious to me looking at it. I don't have to get into it, but just go vote. Go vote. Go vote for Christian. Go vote for Caden. Vote for Jermo. I am sorry. I never know if I'm doing that right, and I always think I gotta call Jamo Kamara. I think it's Jamo, and ask how to pronounce it. Jamo Kamara. Vote for Jamo Kamara, Caden Davis, Christian King, and don't vote for Joe Petty. And I think that you're set. If you do those things, you're set.
Yeah. You can do those things. It's a dumb preliminary election, except in the couple districts where it's going to matter.
Right. Oh yeah. No, you go ahead.
And no, I was just going to say, think of it as a shot across the bow. Think of the pit that will enter the stomachs of Kate Toomey and Joe Petty and Candy Merrill Carlson and their ilk if they see massive voting numbers comparative to prior preliminary years.
Yeah. Like if Christian is like bumps up in the ranking, then they're looking at that and they're kind of shitting their pants.
Yeah. Let's give them some intestinal upset.
Let's
and
give
vote
them
on
something to talk about.
Tuesday. Let's give them something to talk about.
Let's give them something to talk about. All right. That's it for us today. Thank you for listening. And we will be back, hopefully not as long as the last time, to another week. Next week. That's the commitment that we will make and almost always follow through with. Yeah.
All right. Later.
When I woke, I found my phone in the bedclothes, and the curtain glowed crimson through the window. To think of her